Scalent is a little bit of an odd duck because we actually still do sell software into this environment, big, ugly enterprise software. But the reason it's important for you all here today is that the software we sell, if you still have servers delivering your SaaS, will in fact enable you to deliver it much more quickly and efficiently, as I'll mention our customers, EDS, Blackboard, and others. And if in fact you are using clouds, you might wish to ask your cloud providers whether they are using Scalent, because it should change your entire cost structure. So put simply, what does Scalent do? Do I advance here? So Scalent lets you rack once and cable once. Scalent can our software installed to the side of a data center can take any physical machine, and I want to emphasize this, physical or virtual, virtual is easy, but any physical machine, and change both what software the physical machine is running, how it's connected to networks, and how it's connected to storage. So what this means in terms of use as a customer is that instead of buying 100 machines, 200 machines, 300, 1,000 to serve your SaaS customers, because as we all know, SaaS can be cyclical, especially at crush times, at demand at end of quarter. So instead of staffing for either peak, where you have extra servers at the non-peak times, or supplying for provisioning for non-peak, at which point at the peak times you need to offload, our customers supply for average demand and shift what the actual physical machines are doing in real time. So deploying VMware or hypervisors or virtual machines as needed, and then going back to bare metal when they need performance. Our customers use it for three purposes. Again, if you're into test and so forth, if you need to test systems, you can run test systems on the side. They use it for fast failover, which is crucial. Again, instead of provisioning an extra 50 bare metal machines waiting for something to fail, most of our customers have a ratio of 1 or 2 physical machines on standby for every 50 to 100 physical machines being used. So again, radically changing the cost structure and unifying virtual and physical management. So again, in this era where we're all starting to think about clouds and virtual machines, under every cloud is in fact bare metal silicon. And what do you need to do if you need to transfer machines between physical and virtual, virtual and physical in real time, maintaining connectivity while you do it? Well, companies, again, like EDS or Blackboard, use Scalent. And to make the point, I was going to just recite these numbers, and I thought no one would believe me. This is an actual slide from Blackboard. Blackboard is the world's, I believe the world's, maybe the nation's largest educational hosting provider. If you are attending a college or university and do anything online, odds are it's actually being provisioned by Blackboard in the background. Prior to Scalent, Blackboard used to take days to weeks to change services for their end user customers. So if you signed on, and again, as SaaS providers, many of you know this phenomenon, new customer signs on and you race to provision them. And if they change their needs, you race to find capacity for them. For Blackboard's scenario, they no longer race to do that because they can do things that used to take them, and again, literally days to weeks, now take 10 minutes or less on physical as well as virtual infrastructure. Again, in Blackboard's scenario, they actually reduced the number of physical servers they use. Even as a growing public company, they've added more and more and more SaaS clients. They've reduced power, they dropped an entire data center, and they're buying less software to support the same or greater infrastructure. So net, Scalent is still software. Again, we're a little bit of the black sheep of the family in this series of presentations, but the reason I believe that the board found us interesting and invited us to present here for a few minutes today is that, again, if you are a SaaS provider, underneath all of the glory of a service and the glory of a cloud is still silicon somewhere. It's the truth of it. And in fact, that's usually the most fixed and hardest to change part of a SaaS business. With Scalent, the service and infrastructure move at the same speed. You can adjust capacity in accordance with business need in real time. So with that, I will be outside. Thank you very much for the less than 5 minutes, I believe, and on to the next person.